out of the squad, and he's and then also out from the team that played in the last outing is someone Juarez. This is Rwanda. Vietnam Twari, who plays his football in South Africa for Kaiser Chiefs, reigns. Rwanda's number one, even though he's struggling for big time in South Africa. So, but he certainly has been doing the ones that missed the last run of qualifiers.
No, it's front camera.
Also, Alon has also included as the captain's meet today. The captain for Nigeria tonight.
It's still the same thing. It doesn't matter.
Taking over from William Trust. Captain to the square by Giada. Is Imana is in terms of the approach in this game, you've mentioned what needs to happen on both sides in Nigeria. Being the home side, absolute pressure on them to get a winner. But Rwanda have their chances. They will feel like they have no chances of qualifying. So what's the approach from the two coaches?
From the jumping side is to try and hold as much of the pressure from Nigeria as they can. And most probably a low block, because it's not like they're a complete defensive team. But I guess being away, you want to train cautiously. It's a very crucial game. Like, you don't want to just give it away easily and play on the front foot. There's some quality stars. The gulf as far as quality between these two sides, it's just amazing. Just about all the players in the Nigerian sides are playing overseas, except for the Mali players in South Africa. So there is no local based player in that team. That tells you the story that they're very competitive sides. That is why Rwanda has to be very, very cautious in their approach by not opening up themselves too much.
It's the Super Eagles, star-studded, handsome man in the shade. The man who led Cote d'Ivoire to victory on home soil. What a dramatic story that was. And they won the African Cup of Nations on home soil, led by one of their own. So here he is trying to turn around the fortunes of Nigeria. Adel Amrouche, the former Algerian defender, the international defender, is the coach of this Rwanda side. He was quite magnanimous and very gracious in the media briefing yesterday. He spoke highly about Nigeria as a footballing nation. He spoke with around about players that were personal friends of his. He mentioned the likes of the late Stephen Keshi. And he also paid tribute to PM Fry, the legendary PM Fry, who died recently, the Nigerian international goalkeeper, who died recently, made a glowing tribute to him. So that went down a treat with the local media in Nigeria. So we are in the city of Uyo, as I mentioned, at the God's Will New York Stadium. Short moment of silence then observed in honor and memory of the great Nigerian international goalkeeper, Sir Peter Fine, who has died at the age of 62. We are underway here at the God's Will at Papiro Stadium. It's Nigeria Super Eagles are playing against Rwanda here. The Super Eagles are in white strip, and Rwanda in the yellow shirts and sky blue shorts. They are the ones that kicked us off, and Nigeria taking the ball to the left of your picture now. We show some intent there with Adenola Lukman. Side here.
Well, to see, just not necessarily because Nigeria playing alone, but it's the style team that plays from the back, but the intensity with which they do it, they bring this intensity from where they play cup football. In Europe, just about everywhere you play, the intensity of how these teams play is very high. So
Hello guys, welcome to my live.
the aspect of the game that we can certainly, I think, admire and respect how they win their teams.
This is
And also this
Nigeria versus Rwanda local match.
to the competitions that they come up with.
In terms of individual talent, Nigeria, such a star-studded lineup.
Nigeria versus Rwanda World Cup qualifiers match.
Drew 1-1 at home. It's those type of results that have been very costly for them.
Thank you for joining my live. Oh.
March of qualifiers, it was a disastrous international break week that one for them. That international break, the FIFA weekend, a week, 2 weeks.
No be this guy be
Away
this.
to Rwanda, 2 goals to nil.
Osimhen.
Traveling to another camp and then home.
That was
Drew
Osimhen.
1-1 against Zimbabwe. You are bottom
Guys, who do you think will win? Nigeria or Rwanda?
results. They need to start picking up results to the Super.
Let us know in the comment section who you are rooting for. So me, I'm rooting for Nigeria. I'm from Nigeria, so I'm rooting for my country.
The minute he gets up, I mean, it looks like he's covering
I hope the odds will be in our favor.
and any ball that gets played to the box, you know he's going first to get his head on it. That for me, besides we spoke about the individual ability, we spoke about the combinations that they're bringing in, and particularly those individual, his height is something else. And he's not the only one, by the way, Titi. He just got everywhere around the pitch. Every presence as well. Look at that, you see as well. He's in the middle.
If Nigeria wins today, they will be hopeful to qualify. That's why I'm praying. I know that we will win, Cha. I can see my favorite players. I can see Lukman, Demola Lukman, and Osimhen. Osimhen, oh.
Was back in 2020. Back to that, let's have a look at this one here. Could be promising.
Guys, if you're just joining, welcome.
Started off with this campaign very well. They
We are watching the Nigeria versus Rwanda qualifier match.
the opening matches. When they
Guys, who are you rooting for? Let me know in the comment section. As for me, I'm rooting for Nigeria.
South Africa, which was a match that was played in dreadful conditions in torrential rain. But yes, they will look to that and say, listen, the conditions were the same for both sides, and they adapted better to the conditions. So they picked up some really eye-catching results at Rwanda. So definitely not a team to be taken lightly.
Something else that Nigeria is going to bring into this game is the high press. They'll give very little players a build-up space for Rwanda. As you can see here, how quick they're able to play forward and try and close down the build-up spaces. If they want that, obviously, will still some efforts by stealing the ball away and put Rwanda immediately under pressure.
November 2024 is when Rwanda last visited Nigeria and they came away with a 2-1 victory. Mushuti, who is leading the lineup this evening, was one of the scorers, and the other goal came from Motsinzi and Motsinzi.
Alright guys, you are highly welcome. Please join us live here as you are watching Nigeria versus Rwanda in the 2026 World Cup qualifiers, which is going to be held in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. So Nigeria is vouching to qualify. As it stands now, a draw match or a lose will be harmful to Nigeria because it might dent their hope. It might dent our hope for qualifying. But a win here will give us a lifeline that okay, there's hope that we might qualify. But it is still difficult because we failed to beat Rwanda in the first leg, which dented our hope. So according to the standing, South Africa is leading, while Republic of Benin follows in second position. Then Nigeria is below. So we just needed these 3 points in order to complete 10 points and wait for the remaining matches. Probably it's not be helpful for us to lose any of the matches. If possible, we should win all the matches and then expect what will be the outcome of the next games that Rwanda and South Africa and the Republic are going to play. So let's enjoy the game here in Godswill Babio Stadium, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria, West Africa.
This man plays. That's Calvin Bassey.
When it comes to squad, Nigeria is highly blessed. Not that I'm underrating Rwanda, but they don't have go ball. Oh my God! It was an offside.
Wow, offside.
Yeah, it was an offside goal.
Who wanted to score? Nigeria.
Osimhen scored, but it was disallowed.
Oh my God! Why now?
It was indeed teamwork there. The likes of Moses Simon and Ademola Lookman, who also found Victor Osimhen at the other side, and the sharp striker did exactly what he know how to do, which is converting it into the back of the net, but unfortunately it was disallowed because it was an offside. We have a lot of superstars here who have not just national but international experiences, who are playing in one of the top clubs, top football clubs in the world, in the Europe. We also have the undisputed African best player in the name of Ademola Lookman, who plays for Atalanta of Italy. We have Victor Osimhen, who plays for Galatasaray of Turkey. We also have Alex Iwobi, who also plays for Fulham FC, Fulham of England. We also have Wilfred Ndidi, who is the captain today and one of the super names in the Super Eagles. He also plays in Turkey as well. He just made a move from Leicester City during this recently closed transfer window. Though transfer window is still open in Turkey, but it has been closed between English team and the English team. Like, you can't sign players or sell players within the English league. We also have Ola, who is one of the standard players of the Nottingham Forest FC of England. We also have our goalkeeper, the big man. I call him big man because of his height and physique, Stanley Wabale, who also played for Chippa United of South Africa. We also have our number 3, Bruno Yembechi, who also plays for Europe. A lot of them, I'll be mentioning their names one after the other. Then Moses Simon just made a move from Nantes FC of France to Paris FC of France. They are newly promoted though. and it's so good that
of the TV screen.
is unarguably one of their standard player.
And that just helps your profile.
He's already their talisman. We also have Frank Onyeka, who made a move from Brentford FC to Bayern Leverkusen of Germany.
Nigeria representing for the silver medal, losing to the hosts.
With the kind of squad that we have on our possession, Nigeria is supposed to not just win this game and not just to qualify for the FIFA World Cup 2026, but make a great mark in the competition, because that is what we have been known for.
For Rwanda, they will stay in the game as long as they can, just keep the home crowd quiet. Keep the star-studded Super Eagles side and remain, just as I said, try to stay in the game for as long as they possibly can. Lastly, Moses Simon giving you here, can't get that past his marker. He's forced the corner though.
The truth remains that no team is small in Africa currently. All the teams, all national teams, they've advanced in terms of personalities, in terms of infrastructures, in terms of a lot of things. So for you to win a game, you need to be at your best. Unlike before that, we are playing and expect your opposition to be afraid of you or wherever that you play. But the fact remains that nobody cares where he plays. Everybody is playing for the badge, everybody is playing for the national team, everybody wants to be there. So that place I want to be, I also want to be there as well. So you need to play at your best before you could be able to make your way.
And still haven't cleared their lines, haven't quite cleared their lines as Brunei.
The newly concluded AFCON was one of the best so far. So a lot of spectators were impressed. There was no underdogs. It was one of the best. Oh my God! What a missed opportunity. I think they should have capitalized on that.
Moving forward and pasting.
He does well. It's the type of balls that you don't want to go into early because it's always in front of you. But take a deflection. You want him that last second before you can. That was the case. No, he did well.
Oh my God! That's a great fight. Victor Osimhen is down. Was it too easy? Or it was fouled? No, it wasn't a foul. Should have done better. Oh my God! What a great strike from Ndidi.
Looking for what would have been his first international goal in his 64th appearance for the Super Eagles. Tuare making that save,
Rwanda goalkeeper is down. Should that be an injury or just a fatigue? But the game is just getting started, so he shouldn't have.
Is their compactness in that middle is that when the ball is high up, it forces the midfielders as well to push a little bit up. That's why he gets a chance to take a shot from such a very conducive position to test the goalkeeper. Now he has to see that save again to see if anything that the goalkeeper might have read himself. I think it was just a sudden stretch because remember I said he was waiting to see if there was going to be any deflection. And the ball just sailed past everybody, and he needed to react that quickly and late.
So an opportunity for a drinks break. It's been a hot afternoon. mentioned, temperatures 30 degrees, but it's a humidity.
This is our talisman,
Quite punishing.
Ito Sime.
Now, let's see. Osman on the far side. Yes, man.
We're expecting to have at least one goal from him.
Well, they were very convinced.
But take a look at the disallowed goal.
Defenders,
Did you feel like that was an offside?
the big men of
Or it was supposed to be properly checked or get involvement of the VAR?
Most fields-
But nevertheless, I think the referee and the last man made a great decision because they know better than us.
Italians up there in place. From Milan, if I'm not mistaken.
this is since Victor Osimhen spent last season out on loan from Napoli.
The goalkeeper is up. I think the game is about to resume.
Has now been made permanent away to Galatasaray. He's now signed a professional contract with Galatasaray. And won Scudetto, the Italian Championship with Napoli. Was a real cult figure. And Napoli a huge fan favorite. It was a big surprise to see him leave the club.
The game is getting tense because everybody wants to be at the World Cup. Nobody wants to be left behind.
The visitors.
I know that it is not going to be easy.
Well, then, the sides have met in 5 previous meetings.
Tell me your opinion here. Who's going to be the first to put the ball inside the back of the net?
This is in FIFA World Cup qualifying competitions. The one is floated into the back post. Nigeria won 2 of those 5 matches against Rwanda and World Cup qualifiers. There were 3 draws. But in this competition, in their most recent meeting, Nigeria ran up penalties by 2 goals to 0. A race from that man, Osimhen.
Oh, nobody's there.
They're going to have to absorb a lot of pressure and suffer prolonged periods through this game. Rwanda now looking to march forward here. One back to DT gets Nigeria now to move forward. Oh, pickpocketed then. They didn't get the call and get a shot to say man on there, Frank Onyeka.
How much can you hear of the call? I mean, it's noise is that. That could be some of the problems. So the goalkeeper's trying to give instructions for the defenders in front of him.
Nice one, Calvin.
Puts the
I see. And he misplaces the pass to his club teammate. It's see who will be.
Rwanda is not really giving up on this game. They are giving their best. And the Spy Eagles shouldn't play with them either because they are not here to play. They are here for a point. So it is not left for the Super Eagles to grant them the wish or take all the 3 points.
For the Army side in Rwanda, that's APR. Goes short to Bassi, Calvin Bassi. Who, by the way, was actually born in Italy. But it's quite a cosmopolitan side for Nigeria in terms of the players that they have in the national team that don't actually born in Nigeria. How great is the Nigerian diaspora from his wide.
And some of them would have played for some of those countries as under 20s, under 17s, and so on. But obviously, as they grew older, they needed to make a choice. And when you see that you don't have a chance to play for the national team in your own country, they say, come. So it's,
What's your view so far in this game? Who do you think that is doing better?
Once again, Rwanda struggling to get out of their own half.
The comments are coming in, but we can't see.
Suffocated by their own side here. Now they can get some relief now. The free kick for the fall.
No, the normally comments are supposed to be coming.
One who's with the EPR in Rwanda's domestic league. 3 players from EPR in the starting lineup. Gilbert Mugisha up front, and as well as Fitina Omborenga.
No, again.
Cross possession on the field, and now the referee decides that there was illegally won by Nigeria.
The story is that when you try and play into the midfield, you'll be pressed and you'll be forced into this kind of mistakes. And which is just all that Nigeria are looking for, to see they can profit on the goal and immediately play on the counter-attack.
Behind there for a goal kick for Nigeria. So remember into attack with that man in Shuti, who scored in that 2-1 win when Rwanda won at this, not at this very ground, but at least when they won in Nigeria. 2-1 win away from home. Their most famous. In fact, that was a question that kept being asked of both the captain of
I think Nigeria having the best ball possession so far, but there's no end product.
That's in the past. It's all about the here and now. The goal, yes, Agro there in Nobali, he was stuck in there. And it's a bit of a mismatch in
Take it easy, Nwabali. This is not a fight.
Look at the size of standing Nobali. You don't want to get into too many arguments with the man that's
Don't allow them to put pressure on you. They are trying to, make it to act negatively, which will result in cars.
Which is obviously very important to have players around you that can now come down. Imagine you get a yellow card and then eventually you get a second. He's such a...
and nobody, still nobody is letting him have it.
I'm coming for you.
So standing nobody, the first 2 portions of the game. I think the referee had to was pushing and shoving there, but there
A lot of pushing and shoving, right?
I don't know at what point it becomes actually like an assault. Because with the shoving, the referees tend to take a lenient view off. And it was still unsporting contact. So both players
I think the best way to win your opponent is by scoring them and not just fighting. That wasn't a sportsmanship attitude from Nwabali and the opponent from Rwanda. It was a poor conduct. We are here to play and enjoy the game and not to fight each other. Aside from football, we still maintain peace and the others. That was a poor challenge. That was a poor challenge from Rwanda number 2. You shouldn't have done that. Should I say that the World Cup qualifiers or any qualifiers is more intense than the normal and actual competition?
Looking on.
What's your view? What do you think?
This man, 26 international goals and 50 appearances. That's quite great. It's quite an impressive strike rate by the big man. So he's certainly not one that you would want to have to lose in this game. Free kick it will be then. Restop it and they throw it. We're just near the corner flag there. And they look for a long one here. Ola Aina. Let's put one into the box. And deal with it. And they'll get the throw in as well from there. Trying to build from out of the back here, Rwanda. They've accepted the way that the game is going to unfold, so they're going to have to be very patient about it. Now, promising move here, Moses Simon. Calvin Bassey.
That was too big. That was too big.
Quite the body one today on your mind sheet.
Yeah, still good work down the left-hand side of the fullback. He pushes up, creates a read.
Can we make a goal here?
Here is a chance.
Oh!
Straight up in Twani.
That was a nice try, but he should have done better.
Time to react to it. I mean, it's going to be straight to him, but the only thing he could do is flip it back into the field.
Lukman! Oh!
The shot and it's blocked. Half an hour into it, it's still Nigeria 0, Rwanda 0. Scoreline, I'm sure Adela Bush will be content with for now, but a draw doesn't really do either one of these teams any good. It's all about getting maximum points as they try to close in on their group leaders.
Picking up the pace is Nigeria now. Combinations are getting better.
Nice one, nice one.
Now, full Batted in towards the left post by Oil. They get a shot from his keeper. So
Oh.
safety first, and
Victor Osimhen is now signaling to be
You don't like
changed.
this one?
That should be a major blow to the Super
Yes,
Eagles.
I have to chop my own rice from that. The rice have to be chopped now.
Instructions. Looking very different. It looks like Simon's going down again.
this is not good news.
Rice in a rice. Don't chop and make. Inside it says spaghetti. Ronaldo.
The challenge when you went down the first time, like, little shake of the head. It sounds like, yeah, it's looking as if now he runs out. As if the ankle. Those are the options available then to Nigeria on the bench. It's one of those that's available. You should. This is bad news. This is a major blow for Nigeria.
Honestly, this is a major blow to Nigeria for losing Victor Osimhen. Like I said earlier, that was a very hard tackle on him. It wasn't supposed. I think the referee should have booked the player. I think one of the game plans of Ugandan national team is to target all our talismen, injure them, or force them out of the game. And with the way things are going, it seems like the game's plan is working for them. This is a major blow to the Super Eagles, losing someone like Victor Osimhen to injury, and this must-win encounter. Though player who is ready to come in, Tolu Arokodele, is also a nice player, but he can't compare him to Victor, nevertheless. Though both of them possess their respective qualities, but we all know the importance of Victor in our front. Let's see how it goes. But the way I'm saying things, I thought Nigeria should have put one back, at least win the first half. Then when we come to the second half, it's either we pull another one or we maintain the score and make sure that we come out of this game with at least 3 points.
To be introduced. Yeah, big blow here. This is how two ways about it.
Peter's welcome on Tuesday. Maybe South Africa might be sent to some trouble.
So Seri Desas is getting ready to be introduced into the game. A nice player who made a move from Rangers International of Scotland to one of the best teams in the world again.
And the K9s. We haven't seen anyone come onto the field, so they will be down to 10 men for now, Nigeria.
Wow, good man, nice one.
As he offloads.
So like this, Osimhen don't come on like this.
Now this is Alex Iwobi.
Whoa, that was a great strike by Alex Iwobi.
To Mohamed over the crossbar.
You don't want to take chances.
Who is this guy? This Calabar guy, what's his big name? The captain.
That much power behind
He's
the
on the
shots.
bench.
Eh?
He's on the bench.
For placing there's a man who's come on.
What's his name again?
Ekong.
Who's replaced, in fact, it's Cyril Desires, who's come on to replace Osimhen. Cyril Desires plays for Panathinaikos in Greece. So he is, they say,
What about the our keeper?
whatsoever. It's a natural placement. This is Alex Iwobi.
Oh,
Oh my god! Oh shit!
And Rwanda defended well last one.
It's just a wall of yellow shirts. The minute that ball gets to the offensive third for Nigeria, the Rwandans are able to regroup. Purely just that they form a very big wall that the Nigeria can't seem to find the space to play the ball through.
Running here from Aina.
I know.
Captain Bassi.
Now we saw very little of Aina down the right fullback position, but quite a bit from the left hand side. There he goes again.
Alexi will be carrying inside and then they step him off him. Asking for trouble. Rwanda. Ndidi.
Bassi.
Ndidi will somewhere. It's got a Premier League winners medal. Captain Bassi.
Doing a lot of work leading the middle of the park. Is the linchpin between his defensive line and the forward movements.
Nice one, nice one.
Done here by Matt Simon. And
These people are rough.
unfortunately, though, it's a big for him. It's a goal kick that has been signaled.
Felt so unfair because it's completely shoulder off. And for me, I feel like some of these shoulder charges, they do this around a foul for me. Because if the ball is not even in the vicinity, way away, why would you consider the shoulder? It's an obstruction for me.
Somebody argued it's a context.
Then the ball must be within the space. You can't just let the contact sport bring the ball is like on the other side of the field. That's when it becomes an obstruction.
We know the long one forward, Ange Mutsinzi, was a scorer against Nigeria in November 2024. And Rwanda managed that famous win away from home against the Super Eagles.
Amanda.
So free kick that's going to go with Nigeria. Chelsea challenge there. Xavier foul. I think it's all about it could be too noisy for sometimes with players to each other here. This is not the biggest of venues. It's only a 30,000 seat. So it's a lovely stadium. It's, as I said, nice and compact.
Yes.
It's been trained for a great atmosphere and with the coupling of the roof as well, that make it a bit louder.
Perfect. In fact, as a player, you want that. You want to play into a noisy stadium that inspires you. And unfortunately, there are some disadvantages that comes with that. Another player that didn't feature that prominently in the past, you talk about Brilliant Benjamin. Now partnering up with Bassi in the absence of Bicon.
After first half, I will know why comments. I'll check to read why
Yeah, the
comments.
night is over. how frustrating
Osman
it
is okay now.
for Victor.
See as this zero. They walk out like
Twari
this.
needing some assistance.
Then one not sweet aka here. One I choose oge ji we melu onwe alu. One I choose oge ji we melu onwe alu before ozu ike na.
That shoulder is also still bothering him. This happened when he made that great save in and clearly he might have done himself. I think he did himself an injury when he was at full stretch. He was at full stretch before that save.
But also what happens is you might make the save in mid-air, but sometimes you use the hands to soften your landing. And sometimes that can go wrong because what happens is the pressure that comes from the actual hand goes all the way to the shoulder as you land.
On the bench, should he be required, is Abedi Dilamahire, who is a 26-year-old, plays for Setif in Tunisia. So he is the option on the bench if Twari cannot continue, which would be a big setback for Rwanda.
The fact that they still prefer him even though he's not getting game time in top football.
He's still definitely their first choice. Starting to look a little bit anxious and getting a bit impatient that we are approaching half time and nothing's happened for the home side as yet.
I can't help but thinking about that game between Ghana and Chad. Game that looked like it was going to be a walking path for Ghana. And yet they weren't able to win during the game, leading 1-0 for the most part.
They just
When Chad came in
they've just been training, but they've not shown our impact.
As long as you
Never see what happened.
keep the scoreline at 0-0, you
But Nigeria is a
keep
mountain
to your position to say, you know what, we can get something here.
Over 1.5 we come up for this.
Yes, possibility, but African game is unpredictable. Nobody they agree for each other.
Right down here is
You do more defending than playing.
Don't be passive with this.
They continue to try to soldier on, and hopefully there'll be an opportunity for the medical team to have a better look at that shoulder at the halftime.
2 minutes to the halftime, and yet no goal, no winner. The game is still open.
If it ends like this, what will happen? Penalty, right? What?
They will share the points. 1-1.
I thought as it's qualifying something.
Let's see, 57-year-old Algerian Adela Mourouche.
That was
As I said at the beginning,
Yes.
he worked his charm with the local media and the media briefing that they had ahead of this month.
Check my phone, mate. You don't know what you were telling me. I don't know what you were laughing.
It's Western Twari. That to do that was from Alexi Iwobi. See, Iwobi was playing for placement rather than power, but Twari taking no chances. You know that one came straight at it. It's over the crossbar. That was like pictures. Ange Mutsinzi.
The other presence in that center of defense
How many percent?
for Rwanda.
5 minutes is the signal from the fourth official. And then for Twari. Is a player who has
5 minutes added time.
he plays in Norway, by the way.
Can Nigeria
As,
or Rwanda
Twizere.
make something from here?
So 29-year-old being thrown, Twizere being thrown into the deep end here. Igno. Again, it's two changes that have been made in the first half, both forced by injury. Twizere, by the way, makes only his second appearance for his country.
Well, within a minute of being introduced, he comes in and there's a test.
He's still out there, so I'm not quite sure what the was about that we saw a little earlier. He's still out there. I didn't think that it was a change they were going to make very lightly. There's a yellow card that's going first portion of the game, the second portion of the game, and the third portion because for the second player who's been moved for Rwanda. So Rwanda went into the book.
And then there's a piece of very beautiful area as well. They're too tight and you let our right field player get back into the focus so he can set it up for his
Amanda.
They newly introduced that possible a card as well for that one.
See, but could be an opportunity for Rwanda to take the lead what would be completely against the run of play. They've not had a sight of Nobali's goal, but they can produce something special here, and they need something special to beat the big man.
His man is there with the left foot.
In, but easy for Nobali. Look at that, how he just shot the
Wow.
You, oh my God.
Nobali.
These people no grill.
This type of antics is going on with Ryan Williams, former Nigerian international, played his football for years in South Africa. He was
2 minutes to go. Can either Nigeria or Rwanda make a difference?
Oh, yes. And there were those that before him, of course, locals.
I think Nigeria is playing better, trying to create a chance, while Rwanda are just sitting back and waiting for counter. So that's just the game plan.
That's intimidation. We make sure that you think twice the next time you stand in front of him. Internationals from Rwanda
What was that guy's name?
into the last minutes
Hola.
now of
See you with these guys.
regulation at the end of one of the last minute of the minimum 5 that were promised by the referee. If we give a time to take this one, it's the 3 seconds left on according to our clock. So this will probably be the last play or the last attack for Nigeria. Unlock this one defense that's been resolute. They've had a lot of defending to do, but they've done it exceptionally well thus far. And there's Fitima.
Nobody wants grief for anybody.
Yes, look. Misunderstanding there between Lukman, but they've come away with the ball of Nigeria.
Nah, it's all over.
This yellow wall. And that's going to be got it behind. First place you can hear the crowd is rumbling amongst those inside.
And the referee final whistle is here. This is the end of the first half. No goal from Nigeria, no goal from Rwanda. The game still remains 0-0 after the halftime. So
guys,
we'll be back in the next 15 minutes to see the end of the match. Probably Nigeria or Rwanda will come out with a win, or the spoils will be shared.
Please don't go anywhere. Oh. Thank you for watching.
Dominated possession, but they will not be able to unlock the defense because Rwanda was in the trying to make a couple of saves about both the saves except for the one, which you would say didn't really trouble him. So they'll be happy and certainly.